OK，大家好，我是本次讲座主持人，美国厚仁教育的廖老师。今天的讲座主题是用高考分进名校还能拿奖学金。我们邀请到的专家是来自西新英格兰的招生官 Michelle。讲座过程中，大家如果有任何想问的问题，可以在聊天区留言。讲座结束后，我们也有统一的问答环节。Okay, Michelle, are you ready for this?
I am.
Okay, let's welcome Michelle.
Excellent. So welcome everyone. Good evening. My name is Michelle Kowalski-Goodfellow, and I am the Director of International Admissions here at Western New England University. And I'm coming to you today as a member of the GKAC, which if you're not familiar with this, so this is an organization, it's a consortia of schools, basically a group of schools who've all said that we are very much interested in working with you as a student who's gone through and taken the GALCAL and is now decided to come to the United States to study. We recognize that that might not have been your first plan initially, but that now you're thinking, yes, I want to study in the United States. And so we are taking your GALCAL scores and using that as part of your admissions decision in order to help you to be more admissible and ultimately to make it a little bit easier for you to actually apply and start in the United States. So today I'm going to talk specifically about Western New England University as we are a member of this group. I'm going to give you a general overview of the university, talk about safety and security here on our campus, our popular majors, our cost and scholarships, and then ultimately how well our students do after they enroll here. So Western New England University has students from approximately 36 different states and 30 different countries. So we are a pretty diverse population, even though we're small. So we are a small private institution that basically only has about 2,700 undergraduate students studying towards their bachelor's degree. So our students get a lot of personal attention, a lot of one-on-one from the faculty. People genuinely know each other and care about each other. The average class size is going to be 18 students. So you're never going to be in a large lecture hall, which in a number of schools in the United States that are larger, you might be in classes that are several hundred people where the professor may or may not even know if you're there. That does not happen here at Western New England. Basically, you know, your largest class is going to be about 35 students. So with that being said, your professors truly do know you. They're going to get an opportunity to learn more about you, learn what your interests are, help you to potentially get internships because they really do know you as a person and can kind of help to make those connections. We also have over 70 clubs and organizations here on campus, so there is something for everybody. The students that are most successful here at Western New England are the students that come and that are actively involved in all of the aspects of our community beyond just the academic piece, which we will talk a little bit about the academics and what that looks like. But first, let me tell you a little bit about where we're located, because that's an important factor when you're looking at coming to the United States to study. So we are located in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is about an hour and a half from Boston, and then approximately 3.5 hours from New York City. So we're on the East Coast of the United States, and we're definitely very close to those two major cities. Springfield itself is the third largest city in the state of Massachusetts. Now, I know in China, you know, the third largest city is probably much, much bigger than Springfield. Springfield itself has about 250,000 people. So, you know, it's probably what you guys would consider a small city, but here in the US, it's actually a pretty decent sized city. You can get pretty much everything you need within a pretty close radius. The other thing that's nice about where we're located is that you do get all 4 seasons. So what that means is that we have a period of time, in the summer, what we would consider our summer, where it's definitely hot. We have beaches close by, so people will go to the beach. And then we move into what's called the fall, which is when it gets a little bit cooler. The leaves change color. A lot of the pictures that you'll see of our campus are from the fall because it is gorgeous here. And then we move into the winter, where it definitely gets cold. If you're in an area within China where it doesn't snow, that is certainly something that you would see here at Western New England, because we do get snow. And then it moves into the spring, where things start to get a little bit warmer again. So the temperature is constantly changing, which in some ways is nice, because when you get tired of it being hot, it starts to cool down. When you get tired of it being cold, it starts to warm up. So just some basic fast facts about our university. We were founded in 1919, and we're actually celebrating our 100-year mark, so our centennial. So we're really excited. For the US, that's actually a relatively young institution, but we've had an amazing first 100 years, and we're super excited about what the next 100 years will bring here at the university. As I mentioned, we have about 2,700 undergraduate students, and our total student population here on campus is about 3,700. We have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, our students really do know our faculty very, very well, and our faculty know our students very, very well. Those relationships carry through beyond just the faculty and student relationship. So we have folks here on campus that work in our cafeteria, that work in our cleaning services for the residence halls where our students live, that get to know our students super well, and they invite them to their homes for meals. The idea is that it's very much of a community environment where everybody genuinely cares about each other, and is there looking out for you and making sure that you are having a successful experience. Students do very, very well, and we'll talk towards the end of my presentation about some of the places that our students have gone on to work, which will be some pretty recognizable companies that hopefully you are able to kind of identify with. And then we have over 1,000 internship sponsors. So these are various places, in the Springfield area as well as outside of it, where our students have done internships and done very well. And those companies continue to come back to us to ask for our students to come and do internships with them. So when we think about safety and security, that's something that obviously you coming from China is going to be important for you to think about, is how safe and secure are you going to be in this new place, thousands of miles away from China, and from your family potentially. So we do, Springfield itself, again, it's not a huge city. We are in the residential portion of the city, which is nice because you're not right in the downtown area. And so I think that in and of itself provides a little bit more security. We do, though, have 24-hour police patrols on our campus that are on foot, mountain bikes, and in cruisers, so cars. They are here 365 days a year. So, there's always somebody here that's kind of watching over our campus and making sure that everybody is safe. There are 315 surveillance cameras throughout campus, so they can kind of see what's going on at all times. And I think that's helpful both from the standpoint of, making sure that there aren't folks here that shouldn't be, as well as if maybe you're just having an issue. If somebody had a medical issue and they needed assistance, we have cameras that can see that, and they would be able to come to your help, come to help you pretty quickly. We have fire and environmental safety efforts. So there's a number of things that we do. We have fire drills occasionally, just so that people are prepared for everything and anything. We also have 39 emergency phones throughout campus. So again, This could be if you were having a safety issue or maybe a medical issue, or really kind of any type of an emergency, that there are phones throughout our campus that you could call, and probably within less than a minute, there is somebody responding to you and getting you the help that you need. We also have medical first responders and 2 emergency technicians. So the bottom line is that our campus is doing a lot to make sure that our students are safe and secure, and that your needs are being met at all times. At no point will you ever be on this campus and be alone, and not have somebody that you can turn to if there is something that you need. So in terms of our academics, which we have very strong academics here, we've talked a little bit about the internships as well as the opportunities for jobs, which we will get more into, but accreditations and rankings, those are things that we definitely are very proud of here at Western New England. So we are the only private institution in Western Massachusetts, which is where we're located in the western part of the state, that is accredited by AACSB, and among fewer than 5% of business schools in the world, that there are among 5% of business schools in the world that hold this accreditation. So that is specifically for our business program, that we have this very high accreditation, and we're one of the only private institutions in our region that has that. Our engineering programs, as you can see, were ranked in the top 100 engineering programs in the United States. We also have the ABET accreditation, which is specifically for engineering. And then as a whole, so the university was ranked by US News and World Report in the top tier for regional universities in the North category. Another ranking that we just recently received is that we are one of the top institutions in the state with strong outcomes for our students. So basically our students are doing very well upon graduation. We were just given that ranking very, very recently. So we're really proud of that as well, because ultimately you want to go somewhere that has strong academics and that you're going to learn a lot. But the reason that you're ultimately coming to a university is to get a good job. So with that being said, we have done a number of things to make sure that that is, in fact, what our students get at the end. So looking at some of our academic programs, we break them down by colleges. So we have a College of Business, a College of Art and Science, a College of Engineering, a College of Pharmacy, and a College of Law. And there's specific programs underneath each one of these, a couple of which I'm going to draw out because they are some of our bigger, more popular majors. So under our College of Art and Science, we do have over 25 different programs of study. So there's lots to choose from. We focus more on kind of the science aspect of that. When we're thinking about arts, we're not talking about the fine arts, so photography and music, things like that. We don't have very much with that. We are talking more about like creative writing, psychology, things along those lines. But with the sciences, some of the majors that I wanted to pull out are, our biology major, our computer science major, forensic biology and forensic chemistry, health science, neuroscience. Those are some very, very strong majors here on our campus. We have 2 professors in particular with the computer science program who are named as top open source instructors nationwide. And with those 2 folks, basically open source is a resource that's used in computer science. And these 2 professors that are currently employed here at the university and are actively teaching our students have very strong backgrounds in that. And like we said, we're ranked in the top instructors nationwide. With Business Insider named our computer science professor Heidi Ellis, this is one of the same people, one of the 26 most powerful women engineers. So we have some very strong faculty here. Everything is very hands-on. So You're going to have many opportunities to be in the laboratory. You can see in the picture on the top there where our students are actively engaged. They're doing experiments, and that is starting right away. So it's not something that you have to wait until you get to your third or fourth year here of your 4-year program. It's something that happens in your very first year as a student at Western New England University. With our College of Business, we are one of only 400 schools in the nation to offer our students exposure to what's called SAP software. So SAP, if you're not familiar, is a software that a lot of companies will use to kind of communicate throughout the company, to run data analysis, to kind of make decisions. It's a really powerful product that is used among many companies, and our students get hands-on exposure to that, and they actually can get a certification saying that they are fully trained in SAP. And what that does is it allows them to get better jobs as well as better payment for those jobs. So that has been phenomenal for our students. Some of the industries that use SAP, just to kind of give you a sense: aerospace, automotive, banking and insurance, defense and security, engineering, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, telecommunications. There's a number of other industries that use SAP, and it's something that, very possibly, one of your parents may be using in their company where they work. So definitely something that's useful for our students, both domestically as well as internationally. And then you can see with our College of Business some of the majors, which there are a number of other majors as well, but some of the ones we wanted to pull out: accounting, business analytics and information management, entrepreneurship, finance, international business, sport management. These are all programs that are very, very beneficial to our students, and our College of Business students do very well. They are also required, all College of Business students are required to do an internship. And then we have our College of Engineering. So you can see all the programs listed: biomedical, civil, computer, electrical, industrial, and mechanical engineering. With our engineering students, so I've talked a little bit about how it is active participation and that students are in labs pretty early on. This is 100% true with our engineering program. Our students take a seminar in their first semester where they're actually creating cars, small cars, that they are racing against each other in teams. So you're building things right from the very, very beginning. And that helps our students to determine whether or not this is truly the program that they want to do. They're going to get a really good sense of what engineering is here, and be able to determine if that's really what they want to do. So with that being said, if you're interested in engineering, we're a great place to come, both from what you're going to get in the classroom as well as what you're going to get outside of the classroom. So our students have worked with faculty and students in a number of different ways. They worked with Jiaotong University to compete in the Solar Decathlon China 2018 competition. This was outside of their classroom experience, outside of their normal coursework. It was just students that were interested in doing this. So our students did travel to China and participate in this competition. They had done this a couple of years prior as well in California. We also have on our campus a Baja, which is, if you're not familiar, I would say to go to our website and look that up. But basically our students have created and designed and built a Baja car that they race in competitions every year as well. So lots of things that are happening that really are engaging for our students in the College of Engineering. So that's just a very quick overview of our academic programs. Certainly our website has a lot more information that can kind of get more in depth in regards to our academic programs. And I'm definitely happy to answer any questions at the end as well in regards to specifics about academics. So looking at our tuition and our scholarships, so what does it cost to come to Western New England? Basically, our tuition, you can see for art and science and business, and then for engineering is slightly different. Engineering, that's factoring in the laboratories. So that the tuition for an art and science and business student is going to be about $38,000. And for an engineering student, just under $40,000 for the year. And then room and board, so living on our campus and all of your meals is just over $14,000. We do offer scholarships though for strong academic students. So our scholarships are going to range between $8,000 to $21,000 depending on how you have done overall academically. We're going to take a look at your GALCAL scores and kind of see where you placed, as well as your overall scores from your high school. And if you've done well academically, then you will certainly be eligible for a scholarship. If you've gotten pretty good GALCAL scores, I would say you'd probably be looking somewhere in the middle between $10,000 to $12,000 in an academic scholarship. But that's something that we offer to every student strictly based on their academics. It has nothing to do with how much money your family makes. It's very much based on your academic performance. So then looking at career outcomes, we've talked about our academics, we've talked about the internship opportunities, we've talked about the cost to actually enroll here and the fact that we do offer those scholarships to help you to make Western New England a place that you could actually be. But all of that isn't as important as what is an education here. If you can afford it and you like our academics, you want to come here, which is wonderful, and we'd love to have you, you need to be thinking about what are you going to get out of it afterwards. So what is the return on your investment? And as I had mentioned before, about 90% of our students are either in grad school or have a job upon graduation from this university. So they are doing very well. And here's some of the many places that our students are working after they graduate. Places like Microsoft, Lego, IBM, Bank of America, Google, the NFL, Verizon, Samsung, ESPN, the Boston Red Sox. So we have had students in all of these different companies that are listed here that are currently employed and very, very successful. So I can say with 100% certainty that our students are successful upon graduation. They have lots of opportunities, and we feel like we truly do prepare you as a student to go out into the workforce and be successful. We give you the skills that you need in order to be as successful as you possibly can be and really get the best return on your investment from here at Western New England University. So thank you for your time. I very much appreciate having the opportunity to share just a little bit about Western New England University. It's never enough time. I could talk for a very long time. I have been here for 14 years and have truly felt like Western New England is a great place both for our students as well as for our faculty and staff. It is a small community that really values international students and the experience that you bring to our campus. So I would love to answer any questions that you have, as well as to hopefully help you through our admissions process here and see you on our campus very soon. Thank you.
OK, thank you, Michelle. 刚刚 Michelle 也提到，以上是一些西新英格兰大学的一些简单的介绍。那他也非常高兴可以来到这次讲座，回答大家的问题。接下来大家有任何问题都可以在聊天区留言，或者直接语音跟 Michelle 沟通。OK. OK, Michelle. OK, a student asked what the requirement for application.
Yep. So basically with our application, you would need to submit your GALCAL score as well as if you have it, your high school transcript. We do require that you have English proficiency. So that's going to be one of the most important pieces, is that you need to have either a TOEFL score of a 79, an IELTS score of a 6. We do also accept oh my goodness, I'm blanking on Duolingo, and you would need a 47 on that. So there are a number of different assessments that we will take for proof of English, but that is something that is very important because we do not have a language program here on our campus. In terms of academics, we're looking for a student that has kind of an average background. You know, if you fall into like a B range, you know, which with the Gaokao, we can be a little bit flexible with that, and we'll take a look at your overall performance based on how you did, as well as how you did within the province that you're located, and kind of determine whether or not you would be a good fit here at the university.
好的 ，Thank you, Michelle. Michelle 刚刚提到，适应条件是要取决于学生的整个学术表现，包括你自己的背景条件，以及你的高考成绩，还有托福达到75分，雅思是6分，那也认可多邻国的成绩。那如果你的高考分数是满足条件的，就可以被录取。谢谢。Okay, Michelle. Another question is, what about student accommodation?
Yep. So we do have accommodation on our campus. Basically, for students, the first year accommodations are set up where it's 2 people in a room, and typically there are restrooms down the hall. That's the typical setup for a first year student. And then we have what's called progressive independence. So in your first year, you're living in that type of a residence hall. You eat all of your meals in our cafeteria. And then you move to your second year, and it kind of becomes more of like a suite. So 2 people on one side, a bathroom in the center, 2 people on the other side. And then your third and fourth year, you're living in more of like an apartment, as if you were off campus, but you're still on our campus. So those have full kitchens in them. Most of our students that live there will actually cook their own meals. So that, you know, there's definitely accommodation, and a good majority of our students do live on campus. There is an opportunity, especially if you're looking to start this fall, where we have what are called premium singles. So if a student wanted to live in a residence hall in a room basically by themselves, they could do that. There is an additional cost for that. So the $14,000 that I talked about earlier, it would be a little bit more than that in order to have your own room, but that is certainly an option as well.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. 刚刚 Michelle 提到，那对于大一的新生呢，那它是有2人间可以提供给学生住宿，是学校的宿舍。然后对于大2的学生，那他就可以住在相当于一个公寓的地方，然后是2人间或4人间。那在公寓里面有厨房，然后有客厅，有公共区域，然后可以在自己的公寓里面自己做饭。如果到高年级的学生，如果你想自己单人住一个房间也是 OK 的，不过这需要提供额外的一些费用，会花费一些额外的费用。如果是想自己住在校外，也是被允许的。Thank you, Michelle.
Sure.
OK， 大家有任何问题可以直接语音或者说在聊天区留言，谢谢。OK. Just wait for student to ask.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, a student asked how to apply this year.
So for this year, there are a couple of ways in which you can apply. Certainly, you can work with the厚仁staff in order to complete your application and get all of your documents together. We have a very close relationship with them, so they can definitely help you. They have direct contact with us to make sure that they have all the documents and that you're in good standing. And they're based there in China, so it's kind of nice that you have somebody that you can work with in person, or at least on the same time zone as you are in. At the same time, we also have an online application, which is what厚仁will help you to work through.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. OK， 刚刚 Michelle 提到，那申请方式大家可以通过咱们美国厚仁教育的老师来申请。那我们也有在中国的老师，所以大家申请的整个流程都由我们来协助。然后到时候申请的整个情况，我们会跟西新英格兰大学去对接。谢谢。OK, another question is what about the school life?
Say that again.
School life.
The school life?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would say there's always something going on our campus. In regards to kind of extracurricular activities, we have over 19 Division III athletic teams. We have intramural teams. We have 70 plus clubs and organizations. So there is always something going on here. It's very easy for students to get involved, and we actually encourage that. There's emails that go out constantly saying all the different activities that are taking place. For our international students, we do a number of things where we're very intentional about providing them with opportunities to kind of do some of the stuff both on campus as well as off campus that are specific to our area. So for instance, in the fall, something that's very much of a US tradition is taking pumpkins and carving them, and that's around Halloween. So we actually set that up for both our international students as well as our domestic students if they want to participate. So it's things like that. We are always doing various things with our students to make sure that they have lots of opportunities to do fun and exciting things outside of the classroom.
OK, thank you. 刚刚 Michelle 有提到，那他们学校不管是校内还是校外，都有丰富的活动可以提供给学生去参加。那如果校内的话，有各种学生的组织或社团，大家可以参加，也可以建立自己的一个组织和社团。那如果校外活动的话，像大家可以参加一些美国传统的节日，比如说万圣节等等的节日，也会一起庆祝。所以整个生活环境是非常便利，而且非常丰富多彩的。Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, another question is, when is the deadline to apply?
Yep. So we have what's called rolling admission, which basically means that there is no deadline. We can admit students pretty much right up until classes start, obviously dependent upon our space availability. At this point, we do have some space availability still for the fall. And that starts at the end of August. So the real issue becomes more about your visa and making sure that you have time to actually apply for a student visa and get that all set up to be here. So I would say we would want to kind of make sure that within the next like two weeks probably that you would have applied and gotten everything in so that we can get you the I-20 that you would need in order to actually apply to the university and apply for your visa to get that all taken care of and be here on time. But really, we don't have a hard deadline.
Thank you, Michelle. OK， 刚刚 Michelle 提到，那西新英格兰大学它是其实没有一个非常固定或非常刻板的录取截止时间的。那通常采用的是滚动录取，也就是说，如果你提供了完整的你的申请材料，那学校就会来审核你的材料。那如果对于今年秋季的入学时间的话是8月底，那大概是8月26号的时间。所以如果大家想申请今年秋季入学的话，建议至少是要预留2周的时间来准备，因为你还需要时间去办理你的签证， 那你申请之后，学校会发 I-20 给你，你拿到 I-20 之后才能去办理签证，所以大家是越早申请是越好的。谢谢 ，Thank you，Thank you Michelle。No
problem。OK，
我们还有最后5分钟的时间，如果大家还有任何其他的问题可以提问。那如果暂时没有什么问题，也可以在我们的聊天区留言，或者说添加我们的微信号，然后来提问，我们会统一给大家作答，或者说1对1的来咨询。Okay, the parents say no more question and they will contact us to ask. Then we'll get you.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. And it's great to talk with all of you.
OK，Michelle 刚刚提到，非常感谢大家，也是这是一个非常好的机会，可以跟大家凝聚你的沟通，谢谢大家。OK, the parents and students did. Thank you, Michelle.
Absolutely.
OK， 那我会留一个咱们的微信号，然后在聊天区，大家可以去添加，然后之后有任何问题都可以随时来咨询。我们之后也会有一系列的关于高考成绩进入美国大学的讲座会分享给大家，大家可以通过微信，然后收到相关的信息，第一时间来参加。谢谢大家。好的，今天的讲座就到此为止，感谢大家参与。